When looking at hair color, the first number always represents the level. For example, 9NA, this is saying this is a level 9. A level is just a system of 1 through 10 to measure how light or dark a color is. 1 is black, 10 is brightest blonde. To the right, you'll see letters or numbers to represent the tone. Tones are going to be your reds, golds, greens, blues, ashes, pearls. If we were talking about a 5RV, this is saying I'm a level 5, which is in the middle. It's a medium brown. The tonality is going to be red, and it's also going to be violet or purple. The first letter is your dominant or primary tone. That means this is going to have a lot of red. Your second letter or number is the color reflect, or the secondary tone. So it's going to be a level 5, medium brown, a lot of red with a little hint of violet. If you got a different color, 5VR, so you switched it around, still a level 5 medium brown with a lot of violet and a little hint of red. The first letter is always the king of the castle, the dominant tone. Unfortunately, not all color lines use the same language. The letters and numbers on the boxes are not universal. I'm going to go over a pretty basic guide of what the letters and numbers mean, but please note again, these are not universal. You'll have to actually look at the box or look inside a color swatch book to make sure this is right. I feel like that doesn't make sense. So what I mean by that is if I have a 5P in a color line, 5P for the majority of the color lines means pearl. But there may be some hair company out there that says 5P is purple. Pearl is blue, purple is purple, so they're two completely different things. So you're going to have to read the box and make sure, is pearl blue or is it purple? It can be confusing. I have no idea why they don't all just use the same letters, numbers to mean the same thing. But once you understand basic color theory, it's really easy to go in and decode different brands because color theory always stays the same. It's just the letters and numbers that are going to be changing. So we'll start with N. These swatches are actually Paul Mitchell the color. Letter N. It usually means natural or neutral. That means it has a very neutral tonality. Hair colors are usually either warm, reds, oranges, yellows, or cool, purples, blues, greens. The N series is saying it's kind of in the middle. It uses equal amounts of warm and equal amounts of cool color to create a nice neutral hair color. The N series is really great for covering gray. Even better, you can get the double N series, which will look like this. Hair color lines will often double the tonality. 6NN is saying I'm a level 6, natural, natural. That is telling me that it is double pigmented. NN is fantastic for gray coverage. However, because it is double pigmented, it has two little friends coming together instead of one. It is going to look darker when you deposit it on the hair. If you're using a hair color that has the NN double pigmented neutral, you want to go a shade lighter to avoid getting a darker result. The letter A usually stands for ash. Ash is really blue. When you see something with V, 6V, V usually stands for violet. R stands for red. And again, you can have something like 6RR, which is double pigmented. 6RR, double dose of red. It's very red, and again, it tends to look darker. Look at the 6R to the 6RR. B usually stands for brown. The G in hair color will be gold. Gold, which is actually yellow. C is your copper. Copper being orange. Some hair color lines will say 7O, 7 orange. M is mahogany. So if you see a 6M, it's a level 6 mahogany, which is red and violet together. So instead of saying 6RV, it's just 6M. But again, you have to read the box because some hair color lines, 6M, M means mocha, which is more of a brown base, a neutral base. Now here's an example of a few different companies that actually use numbers to represent the tones. Notice how unfortunately they're not the same. So an 8 in Wella is pearl, which is blue, while an 8 in L'Oreal is mocha, which is brown. So again, the only way around this is to actually read what it's saying inside the box or look at the color chart. When companies use numbers, it'll often look like this, 5.22 or 5/. 22. The first number, again, is always your level, always. This is separating level from tone, slash, period, whatever. These back numbers are your tonality. The only number that's pretty consistent across the board is when they do a slash, 0, or it could even be a decimal 0. If you see a 5.0, remember, level 5, in the middle of the hair color levels, 0 is my tone. 0 will mean natural or neutral. That gray coverage, it's not warm and it's not cool, it's neutral, natural, right in the middle. Just like the letters, we had 9 NA, level 9, natural, ash. 2 letters. Some are even gonna have 3. Some box colors have 4, 5, 6. I don't know about it. You can also have multiple numbers. Level 6, a tonality of 1 and 3. So in L'Oreal, that would mean 1 is ash or blue with a little bump of 3 or gold, which is really yellow. So it's a level 6, that's a dominant tone of ash with just a little bit of gold.